I am DEANO GTR and welcome to OverDrift Festival. Today I'm just going to be talking about a few things that are useful to know about the game. This is going to be my third video on the game. The second video was just more useful information. This third video is going to be more about like the actual gameplay itself. So pretty much the main things I've learned from playing this game is that the drift parks are pretty much the best place to go for like lower level cars that you haven't upgraded particularly far, because they're the safest place to get points built up. You don't really have to worry too much about, well, malls and stuff, providing you're paying attention. The roads, you can drift up and down them, but they're a lot less, well, what's the right word? They're a lot less safe to drift on. It's very easy to lose a lot of points when you're drifting on the roads because there's the traffic cars, and well, it's very easy to carry too much speed. Whereas most of the drift parks in the game are very low speed. I mean, this one here is a perfect example. I mean, I'm drifting around this here and I'm barely getting out of second gear. And actually, I've just noticed there in the top corner, there's actually an angle measurement. It actually tells you how much angle you're getting as you're drifting around. I actually had never noticed that until just there now. But you can see that like I'm getting up points, but it's not particularly quick. I mean, I feel like if you did this here for maybe like half an hour, you'd probably be able to get up to about, I don't know, probably about 100,000 points, providing you make very few mistakes. But it's going to take a while. It's not going to be particularly interesting to do, so you probably are going to want to, well, either tandem drift with other players, because that makes it a lot more interesting just intrinsically, because if you're drifting with other players around you, then that makes things a lot more fun. Because, well, even though there's a chance of losing, well, your points by hitting walls or something like that, or by hitting other players, it also gives you the chance to, well, see what other players are doing and try and replicate it, because you do come across the occasional player who's able to drift at really high speed, and that's one problem with the drift parks. Because you can't get up to much speed, it makes it very difficult to gain point bonuses from the speed that you're going, because the star rating you get isn't just based off of the angle you're carrying, it seems to be based off the speed you're carrying as well. So because of that, I've been looking out for roads that would be the best ones to, well, use if you're looking to get up a lot of points fast. I found one in particular which I like quite a lot, which I'm going to drive up towards now. Okay, so I'm approaching the road which is my favorite road now. First off though, I want to see if I can get some dodgy physics to happen. Yep, right on cue. So, jumping physics in this game, there's a reason why there aren't any ramps in this game. This is pretty much the closest you're going to get to a ramp. The physics are a little bit funny as far as jumping your car goes. Especially when you land, your car just goes kind of mental sometimes, and you just end up going all over the show. So, don't know why exactly that happens, but for some reason the car just loves to just spiral into the air, which is interesting to say the least. So this road is one of my favorite roads to drift on, because you're able to just carry so much speed, and you're able to see that like I'm pretty much averaging at least a 3-star drift, occasionally hitting 5, most of the time hitting at least a 4 whenever I have the throttle on, although I am being a little bit cautious here because I have been screwed a couple times on this road where it likes to spawn multiple cars side by side, and whenever the game spawns multiple cars side by side, it's very difficult to avoid them. But I tend to find that on this road, oops, I got very close to hitting that one, I'm able to, on average, hit about 13 to 14,000 points. You also want to avoid those yellow barrels. Those yellow barrels will absolutely nuke your points, so do not hit them. Because they will definitely make you lose your points. And then if you want to round it off to 15,000, you can drift around the roundabout a couple times and easily get it up to that point. But when it comes to it, this is pretty much my favorite road for grinding points, and I'm just going to show you what it's like in a standard car now, because it's a pretty significant difference. So this is the S14. I know it's a different car from what I was driving previously. It probably would be a bit more fair if it was the same car, but you can see just how much more difficult it actually is to keep a drift going because I don't have the horsepower. And I know you're probably going to say that you could easily fix that by upgrade the car, but the whole point of this is to show what the car is like as it is, as it comes, as it is stock. So you can see I'm on about 2,000 points, and I keep having to whack the handbrake in order to keep the car drifting because it wants to grip up really badly. That's one thing which is a pretty significant issue with stock cars, is that they are much grippier than you expect them to be. And because they just don't have enough horsepower, it means you really have to wiggle back and forward a lot. Like even on corners sometimes you have to wiggle back and forward in order to keep the drift going, because if you don't, then it'll just lose momentum, and well, you can't really do much after that there other than just whack the handbrake. So you can see that this is still not bad for points. I mean, I'm on nearly 10,000 and it's not taking that long, but you can see why it's a lot more efficient to do it in a fast car in comparison to a slow car, because it just takes so much less time and there's so much less messing about. And the other thing with this here as well is that you do get more points for going faster, and because you're going faster, it means you're able to, well, just able to earn it at a faster rate. So you can see the beginning point and the end point. Because it ends and begins with a roundabout, it makes it very easy to keep track of where this actual road is. So I would recommend this road if you're looking to round up points in like a faster car. Stock cars, I still think are probably better off drifting around the drift parks, but it's all up to yourself in terms of what you want to do. I don't typically. Oh, I keep forgetting about that. I rebound some of my keys recently, and I keep forgetting I have that mode now active on my controller. I need to experiment a little bit with that mode actually, because it seems like that mode gives you bonus points as long as it's active. I don't know if that's 100% true yet or not, but it seems to be. Because I've noticed like the last couple times I've had it active, whenever I've been sliding up and down this road, I'm getting a lot of points very quickly. Although I haven't finished a run with it active yet, so I need to test a little bit more with that before I do anything else. So yeah, I think that's everything I want to talk about in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and have a good one.